International trade and investments are facilitated through the foreign exchange market by enabling currency conversion. It allows a local company, for example, to import goods from the United States and pay in US dollars, even though its income is in Belize dollars. Foreign exchange is extremely important because of its huge trading volume. It also represents the largest asset class in the world, leading to high liquidity. In Belize, however, there seems to be a strict rationing of US currency amid the economic crisis brought about by the coronavirus pandemic.
This morning I got a call from one other bank, dropping my limits to 10%. I'm not shameful to tell you, they dropped me down to $1,000. If somebody had to travel, do business, somebody gets sick, whatever they, one software license I have to pay for the year would consume all of that.
That is on an individual and personal level. Across the country, businesses are also feeling similar constrictions. The Prime Minister reiterated during a recent press conference that foreign exchange is not an issue. The private sector, on the other hand, says that local commercial banks are severely limiting access to US dollars.
When it comes to general businesses, like let's say if you are a merchant trading in shoes and clothes and electronics, I think they're not going to be getting foreign exchange as quicker as someone who's dealing in essentials. Also, remember the banks had to cut limits on credit cards. People who had a generous limit of $10,000-$20,000 is now at $1,000. So that's where the banks are tightening the belt on businesses, and a lot of these businesses were using credit cards to do business, to procure stock and whatnot.
It's an indefinite state of affairs that, according to Senator Mark Lizarraga, began well before COVID-19 and the resulting financial catastrophe. The present economic meltdown only amplifies the situation.
We've known for a long time that the formula that we've been seeing in this country has been a flawed formula. We have been relying on our foreign exchange supplies coming heavily from borrowed money. Where do we get foreign exchange from? We get foreign exchange from tourism, is a big contributor. We get from agriculture or exports. We get from fisheries. We get from services, the BPOs. We get from the free zones.
Notwithstanding those various sources, tourism being the chief foreign exchange earner, importers contend that there is a dearth of US dollars and the banking sector is apportioning what is left on a priority basis. Prime Minister Barrow, albeit circumspect in his response, says that they are already looking at ways to attract foreign exchange.
Roughly speaking, it is my understanding that we have at least another couple of months to go before the commercial banks would be close to running completely out of foreign exchange. If and when we get to such a point, then of course we have to turn to our central bank reserves. I repeat that we have some plans as to how we can attract some additional foreign exchange from abroad. I don't want to get into the details of those plans at this juncture for fairly obvious reasons. We're not quite there yet, and we don't want to give away what we're up to.
In a report compiled by the Central Bank of Belize back in mid-April, Deputy Governor Karim Michael explored the potential impact of the Great Lockdown on GDP and the foreign exchange market. That report indicated that foreign exchange inflows were down by 1.3 billion Belize dollars. Its outflows were also down by 0.6 billion Belize dollars.
We saw the trade deficit grow over the last years. Not COVID is just now bringing to a forefront in a rash and brash kind of way, suddenly, all the ills that we have had in our economy for so long. Prime Minister keeps saying, we're okay with foreign exchange. And somebody's afraid to tell him that we don't have any clothes. Because the banks have known it, and the banks have been cutting back on access to credit cards.
Prime Minister Barrow assures that there is no way the country will run out of foreign exchange.
I assure you, in the most sincere and transparent fashion possible, that we do have a plan. And so I can say that there is no way the country will completely run out of foreign exchange. No way we will get even close to that before the end of the year.
Reporting for News 5, I am Isani Cayetano.